Hello, my name is Sean Weiland and welcome to the Indie Game Review. This week we are checking out Time Frame by Random Seed Games. Time Frame is a 10-minute looping game that explores the last 10 seconds of a civilization. But it's more than that. It's a piece of art. Its late 90s style graphics and calm, state-specific soundtrack draw you into learning as much as you can about this doomed society. It's tragic, it's beautiful, and an engrossing study on what a society might find important to communicate to future civilizations. Let's go check it out. Okay, so here we are in Time Frame, and this is the starting area. Until I look around, it sort of looks like a tower. And actually, just looking at the texture of the floors here, this is see all the volleys that make up the floor, it's in the walls. There's these little pillars around everywhere, and these are actually what you explore, check out to learn about this other culture. I don't know if you can kind of read this on the screens. Our hopes manifest in this place. Ancient beliefs and modern ideals coalesce. We have prepared the index. We have prepared the arc. This is somewhat cryptic language. I think it's very intriguing. There's a little symbol there above that pedestal. All these other pedestals don't really seem to have books in them, but they have symbols. And as you look around, you'll actually notice that none of these have those books. But as one might do when they're running around in a first-person type game, they hit spacebar to see if they can jump. And in this case, it actually brings up a map. I've filled in most of the map. The three little dots there on the left are actually where I have not visited other shrines or memorials or pieces of information about the society. So I've done okay, I think. What's neat and what's intriguing about this game, as I might have mentioned already, is that there's a 10-minute playthrough, and you're exploring the last 10 seconds of this civilization. As I was reading that introduction in the tower, it said we've prepared the arc. And to me, that kind of language, especially when thinking about like sci-fi type games, is that this is actually like the last piece of a civilization. This is the arc they're sending out into space, or into time, possibly. So it's, while you're running around, it's actually like you're exploring these parts, these monuments of a culture, and it really gets you sort of thinking about what was important to these people. What, if our civilization was decaying, what would we include? What would we exclude? We already sent out Voyager, if you have, Google it, if you haven't, the Voyager satellite, and it had recordings of the best parts of our culture, our society, mathematical equation. I think I'm missing some of the other stuff that was actually included with it to prove that we're intelligent beings. But I think this is sort of a similar representation of what we might do to show other people what we're about. So, see the little reticle here is popping up, this little circle. You can click on this, so this almost is like a poem. Waters spring forth into a harsh world, flow and splinter into streams, evaporate in the brightness of the sun, reunite in the comfort of the clouds, waiting to return as a great ocean. Oh, traditional poem. Yeah, and I've read this before, it's kind of sad. And that's just, they decided to include that in their culture, or the developers decided as an interesting note that this would be an important thing to see. And this is something I spent, maybe an unreasonable amount of time watching this water because it was so peaceful and flowing, and then I realized, well, those are just triangles. But it's so neat how this is the last few minutes of a society, and you can actually get lost in these little moments, which really seems like it's part of what they're trying to show you, and what the developers, what that culture wants you to see is these really small, intricate moments, and that's really what this entire game is. You said it's 10-minute playthroughs. There's no way you can see all of these monuments in one playthrough. I average 2. So if you count that's 10, 20, 30, 40. I played roughly an hour. And I'm most of the way through the game, but you can hear the soundtrack. It's beautiful. The scenery, although like 1997 style graphics, is kind of beautiful. I mean, actually, I don't know if you can tell on these plants. These might be a little too small, but a lot of them are wave in the breeze. There is dynamic motion happening while you are moving around. It's just very slow, very light. Oh, yeah, this is actually one of the things I liked. I think it's in a lot of the promotional materials is these little triangles, and you can tell that they are just ever so slowly moving and perhaps falling or moving in a breeze. I mean, I haven't sat an entire 10 minutes, and I could probably use the relaxation time, but it's amazing just walking through these fields. And like, I discovered this the first time on my way to another objective or another site, and I just thought, wow, that's really beautiful. That's really neat. So yeah, this is Time Frame. It's easily as much an art piece, if not completely a digital art piece, art experience, and it's well worth the investment, well worth the time. It's, I think, roughly at least the same amount as a donation going to a museum to explore or look at a new piece of art. And this is definitely one of those things that you should check out. So this is Time Frame, and again, it was developed by Random Seed. And man, I can't wait to see what they do next, because this is really cool. So thank you for watching. See you later.